Doc Rich back at it again, baby, and we got a new patient, somebody that we've never checked out here on the channel. I've never personally checked them out either. We got Whiskey Myers with Broken Window Serenade. That's what we're gonna be checking out today. Like, share, comment, of course, subscribe if you're new. If you want to help support your boy, go and cop some of my merch too. All the links are down below, as well as my Instagram and Twitter account. Go and follow your boy at the real Doc Rich. All right, the real Doc Rich. But yeah, let's jump right on into it. Also, last thing, if you are interested in joining the Fantasy Football League, we still got a couple more spots that are open. It's totally free. We just playing for fun and for bragging rights. So if you're interested in joining, DM me on Instagram. Let's get into it. Let's check it out.
Song's called Broken Window Serenade. I wrote this song about a guy who was in love with a girl growing up and kind of just goes through her life and the stuff she had to deal with, and she actually ends up dying of amphetamine abuse, and it kind of explains the area where we're from really good. So here it is.
Explains the area where they're from. Okay. So we got a sad one on our hands.
A couple of pretty flies is what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view. You had signs of depression from a long line of sin, and your face tells a story about the places you have been. I love you so. I thought you should know. And that muddy water's flowing as you take my hand past the creek down by the hollow, through your daddy's land. And I could buy you a diamond, but I cannot change the world, 'cause I ain't got no money. You'll never be my girl. I thought you should know.
The sweet sound of them strings, baby. It never gets old. Never gets old plucking them strings.
You was gonna be a singer, a big movie star, but you can't catch no breaks, baby, and Hollywood is hard. Now you work down at the timeout off of 155, and you're dancing for your dollars, just trying to stay alive.
So she's a stripper, dancing for them dollars.
It hurts me so. I thought you should know.
You know it's coming.
And you feed your addiction with your crystal meth, and I plead for your life as it takes you to your death. You make your deal with the devil. Your looks begin to fade. I saw you laughing through the tears as you slowly slipped away. I watched you go. Thought you should know.
Now, before we get too deep into this, I definitely know the feeling, and I've spoken about it on the channel before. I personally know someone who, unfortunately, got wrapped into some drugs, and it totally changed them. The brain, their brain chemistry and everything. And I'll just quickly go over it, and we'll get back to the music. But it was probably a year and a half since I had spoke with the individual, and I came across them. And, typical, hey, how's it going? How you been? Yada, yada, yada. But something was off about them. Like, they were always a funny and goofy person, but something was off. And I knew it the moment that I spoke to them. And long story short, I spoke with somebody else, and they kind of confirmed what I was kind of thinking. And the person now is a schizophrenic. And to watch that person go from the person that I knew, the laughing, goofy, funny, intelligent, to, literally talking to people that aren't even there. Full blown I sat and watched it myself. I was blown away because I had never, obviously we've seen it on television, we've seen the TV shows, but I had never sat and watched something like that occur. And it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to know who that person used to be and to see who they are now. It's sad, It truly is. It truly is. So I just wanted to touch on that because we obviously are talking about somebody who has declined due to drug use. And that's something that, I've kind of experienced myself. Not in the same manner, but pretty much. So let's get back to it.
Yeah, I watch you go. Thought you should know. That cold rain is pouring, they lay you in the grave, and I can barely recognize you in your fragile state. No more signs of depression from a long time ago. I throw in a pretty flyer as he slowly laid you low. It was a rose. I thought you should know, and it was a rose. I thought you should know. A couple of pretty flyers is what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view.
That's a tearjerker right there. That's a tearjerker if I've ever heard one. I didn't cry though. Definitely a sad track. Obviously listening to the song, the whole story. Starting off wonderful, beautiful, amazing. Maybe a little bit of signs of sadness or depression, and that leading into trying some drugs, and it just completely going downhill from there until the ultimate end, which was death. And I feel like that's a story that too many of us are all too familiar with, unfortunately. it's sad, you know. It's sad. It truly is. And like I said, we've all seen the videos of, you know, the people strung out on drugs and they kind of look like zombies out on the street, and you know what I mean. But it's totally different. I mean, it's sad watching that, but it's another thing when it's personal, you know. Like it hits on a deeper level, and that may sound selfish, but it's just the truth. It just hits on a different level when you know that person, when you know who they used to be, you've seen them, had conversations with them, you used to hang out with them and talk with them, and you see that decline. I mean, it hits you on a different level. It really does. It really does. But yeah, Whiskey Myers, wonderful song. I mean, beautifully sang and played. Just a sad song that I'll probably never listen to again after today, for obvious reasons. Because it's a sad song, you know what I mean. I don't want to be feeling down all the time, you know what I mean. But yeah, so that's the only reason. I'm not saying it's a bad song or anything like that, you know, like he can't sing or make music. Just a sad song. So not going on to my playlist. But nonetheless, you guys let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Of course, subscribe before you go. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.